we can say that the throughput was very nice. We could screen 1,000 compounds in 1 to 2 days. This would be at least a week using the SPR design. It had the required flexibility for the experimental design that we needed because we wanted to do the competitive screen with the multi-surface comparison. And it was also nice to see that data analysis and the results output because we could get hits identified with full kinetic information. One of the things that you can wonder is how can this be so much faster as compared to a standard screen using SPR? Well, the difference is that when we screen using SPR with the instruments that we have, we usually do a primary screen first that we rank on the binding levels, and then we have a secondary screen where we rank based on affinities, and then we do a follow-up. There's an error in this slide, I realize, but this is based on selections. Now with the Rapid, we can do this all in one step. So it's nice to be able to have a simpler workflow for this. Then we have one more story that I just want to show as well. Because we're now convinced that this technique seems to work and that the rapid technology is working as well. So we have put it to the test also in other projects. And this is just an example of a screening project that we're involved in, where we're looking at the control compound here, the reference compound here, using the rapid technology and using an SPR method. Very nice matching between these data sets. And then we're looking at the hits. And using the SPR technology, these are the types of sensorgrams that we would get, but we would identify them as, yes, this is probably a hit, but it looks a little bit complex. Again, this one looks perhaps to be a hit. Let's select it as a hit. But if we go to the rapid data, it's not as vague anymore. It's very clear that we can get kinetic information already for these very weak hits. So the amount of information and the quantification of the data is impressive, I would say. So to conclude, well, can the WAVE system generate data of comparable quality to Biochemistry systems? And yes, with multi-cycle kinetic experiments, they can. What is the additional benefit of the WAVE system? Well, it's the rapid. I think this is where it made the biggest impression to the people in my lab, that there's a new way of doing experiments and analyzing data that gives us an advantage also for weak fragments and for complex systems. So we see that we can use rapid in screening and get the kinetic parameters directly for the hits. We can do full kinetic characterization also of very weak binders with very fast kinetics, and the very quick rate constants that we sometimes see can be resolved.